If revenge had tears, this would be the ultimate revenge. His body became nourishment for the trees, leaving him in living torment. The story unfolds 30 years after the apocalypse. Earth is now a desolate wasteland, barren and scarred. Survivors turn on each other, fighting over scarce resources. Wars rage everywhere, a horrific sight. Yet within this wasteland, a haven of hope remains hidden. Here, lush greenery and water sources thrive. Its people live peacefully, thriving through hard work. But peace is fleeting. One day, while Joey and his sister pick peaches, they spot barbarians invading the oasis border. To prevent them from alerting others, Joey tells his sister to stay put while he stealthily creeps closer. As the brutes devour horse meat, he dashes to slash the motorcycle's fuel line. Just as he moves to act, a barbarian appears behind him. Catching him off guard, Joey reacted fast, but he's just a child. Soon overtaken and tackled down, he blows a whistle to warn his tribe, but is knocked out instantly, then bound and tossed onto a bike. Joey's mom hears the whistle and gallops off with the chieftain. "They took you, son." Hearing his sister's cry, she chases into the dust storm. From high ground, she snipes one down, leaps off, and rides away. Meanwhile, Joey's mom catches up and kills him. She then mounts the stolen bike. He sent the chief back to the tribe while going alone to rescue Joey. The raiders seemed to sense they were dealing with someone dangerous. The slowest one got his head blown off instantly. This motorcycle packed way more horsepower than the one they'd been. These two weren't fools. They stripped its tires and fuel before taking off. But in this wasteland, when Joey's mother caught up, she instantly recognized its superior power. She swiftly swapped its fuel tank and tires on her ride. Meanwhile, Joey had regained consciousness and secretly gnawed through the fuel line. Soon, the bike stalled from fuel leakage. Forced to stop, the raiders began repairs. This bought Joey's mother precious time to close in. Though still distant, she was a legendary sharpshooter, capable of picking off targets from impossible. But with the last raider carrying her daughter, she couldn't take the shot. She opted to disable his motorcycle first. Unbeknownst to her, they were nearing the raider's stronghold. Back at base, the raider excitedly babbled about finding the oasis, presenting Joey as proof. He rushed to claim his reward from the chief. But Joey outsmarted him. While he gloated, she yanked his whip into the wheel spokes, ending him. A lieutenant brought Joey to leader Brother Hammer, reporting the oasis. To extract the oasis location, Hammer shed his ferocious mask. "Sweet talking, just tell us where it is, and you'll go home." But Joey wasn't that gullible. To earn his trust, Hammer had his men treat him well first. As they cleaned Joey up, they discovered the peaches in his bag. After years in the wasteland, these savages had never tasted such delicious fruit. An old man rushed to tell their leader, but got shot through the curtain by Joey's mother. Seeing this, Joey raced to his mother for protection, but the cunning raider claimed she too was a mother. After hesitation, Joey's mother couldn't pull the trigger. She grabbed the peach seeds and rode off with Joey. But the raider, who survived, immediately alerted her crew, forced to stop and extinguish the flames. She wasn't mortally wounded, but her bleeding left a trail for Hammer to follow. With engines roaring behind them, Mom knew her bike couldn't outrun their vehicles forever. She stopped, handing Joey the peach seeds, telling him to follow the sun and stars home. She stayed behind to cover his escape. Gunfire echoed through the canyon, holding the raiders at bay. Seeing this, Hammer ordered flanking maneuvers. By the time Mom realized, it was too late. Outnumbered despite her ferocity, mother and son were bound. Hearing his mother's screams, Joey couldn't abandon her. Witnessing her torture, he couldn't bear it, and walked straight into their trap. Hammer threatened Joey with his mother's life, forcing him to reveal the oasis location. But the truth is, Joey doesn't even know where home is. How could a child navigate the wasteland? Hammer makes Joey watch his mother brutally tortured to death, planting seeds of vengeance deep in Joey's heart. Since then, Joey's been caged by Hammer, guarded as the tribe roams the desert daily, searching for clues to the fabled oasis. Soon, they discover new territory, a massive fortress towering over the canyon. Hammer surrounds it with troops, grabs a mine, boasting they'll conquer it in a minute. Surrender now or die. Unaware, he's met his match. This territory belongs to Immortal Joe. Immortal Joe needs no words for such arrogance. Just signals his war boy. War boys grab skyfire grenades, leap onto vehicles, launching insane attacks on Hammer's savages. Immortal Joe declares, each war boy fights fierce as lions, undefeated through countless wars. They unleash hell on Hammer's forces. Hammer realizes he messed with the wrong warlord and flees with his tail between his legs. But this prime location keeps him lurking nearby, scouting and biding his time. He discovers Immortal Joe's refinery, just beyond the fortress. Then, a daring scheme took root in his mind. Hammer guarded the perimeter, waiting for the fuel convoy's return to Immortal Joe's citadel. His raiders ambushed the convoy successfully, but the gasoline wasn't his true prize. It was the key to seizing his men disguised themselves as war boys, while others staged a fake pursuit of the tanker, baiting the refinery to open its gates. The white-haired boss watched coldly, refusing to lower the defenses. To sell the deception, he slaughtered his own men with arrows. His crew stared in horror. A brutal sacrifice, but the trap was set. The ruse worked. The boss ordered the gates open. Unseen beneath the tanker, Hammer's forces swarmed in and seized the gates. Hammer conquered the refinery effortlessly, gaining leverage over Immortal Joe. "Refinery's mine now," he declared. "Want fuel? Pay double in food and water." But Joe was no pushover. He'd rather wage war. Hammer's fury erupted. He executed the boss on the spot. Yet Hammer held the ultimate card, a detonator that could obliterate the refinery instantly. Amid his gloating, Joe spotted Joey lurking behind him, a discovery that sparked Joe's dark interest. Joe hoarded perfectly healthy women for his breeding harem, stocked to birth his pure offspring. But fully healthy humans are nearly extinct after the apocalypse. As tensions peaked, old Joe declared he'd grant Hammer's demand if Joey stayed. Hammer took the out, ceasing his theatrics. After keeping Joey captive for years, without extracting Oasis intel, he cut his losses and dealt with Joe, unaware he'd escaped wolves only to enter a tiger's den. Joey realized his fate upon women reduced to breeding stock, each locked in cages, refusing this future. Joey shaved his head under night's cover, melted candle wax bonding hair to a fruit tray. He wore this makeshift wig. That night, Immortal Joe's heir smuggled Joey to his chamber, intending to claim him first, but Joey fainted and bolted. When pursued, Joey had vanished. As Joe's second son passed, the heir dared not admit losing Joey. Pretending nothing occurred, Joey survived, then disguised himself among laborers awaiting escape. When savage winds, an excavator threatened to derail, men died trying to save it. Crews sacrificed themselves in vain. Then Joey volunteered, his small frame nimbly securing the machine, averting massive losses. Promoted to a boss, his second son, he maintained cover for years, until escape hope finally dawned. As the wasteland descends into chaos, Immortal Joe commissions a massive war rig to secure vital supply lines. Seizing this rare chance, Joey hides his bike and supplies in the rig's undercarriage. The night before its maiden run, he'll slip away when the convoy clears the citadel. But raiders ambush convoy at dawn, blasting Joey's hidden cache to scrap. Now he fights to salvage his motorcycle. Miraculously, his stowaway status remains undetected. When enemies plant an undercarriage bomb, Joey abandons the bike to defuse it. Exposed, raiders nearly drag him into the sand. A war boy's prosthetic arm saves him, crushing the attack. Disaster narrowly avoided. Joey plans to ride out the battle in hiding. But this war party fights like demons. If this continues, the rig's destruction will be his grave. He joins the fray, hurling a salvage bomb to obliterate the lead car. Only then does Imperator Jack spot the stowaway. A girl, no time for questions. Joey remains unfazed, her mind and reflexes razor sharp. Her intervention turns the tide. With war boys dead, Joey's ingenious tactics wield the rig's spike flail to obliterate remaining foes. Victory! Joey aims her gun at Jack. The war rig is mine. Too green. Jack slams the brakes, hurling her into the dust. Out here, in the endless wastes. No wheels in this wasteland? That's a death sentence. But then Jack doubled back. Impressed by Joey, he offered a deal. Join my crew. I'll teach you desert survival. No questions about your path. Joey could have shot Jack and taken the rig. But Jack's damnably charismatic. Gut said, this man's solid. So Joey joined Jack's guards. Jack kept his word. Hauling cargo together, Joey learned fast. The guards ran routes between the arsenal and refinery, trading water and chow. Trouble brewed at the refinery to hammer Jack their supplies demanded. Tell Immortal Joe, double the goods for gas next time. Immortal Joe raged. War with Hammer was coming. He ordered Jack, get munitions from the arsenal. We ride at dawn. War was inevitable. Jack wouldn't drag Joey into this. He'd cut him loose on this run, put him in a tail vehicle. Joey knew Jack's plan, but he rode all the way to the arsenal, only to walk into Hammer's trap. Hammer had seized control of the arsenal. The supply raid? A setup. Jack's war rig was too dangerous to leave operational. Joey slammed into reverse and peeled out. It was the perfect moment to escape, yet over the years, he'd grown deeply attached to Jack. Leaving him now was unthinkable. With Jack covering him, they might have fought their way out. But Jack spotted enemy reinforcements closing in. To save Joey, he resolved to hold them off alone. Joey refused to flee. Instead, he used his sniper skills to cover Jack from the shadow. Their perfect plan was unraveling. Hammer wasted no words. He grabbed a minion as a human shield. A rocket slammed into Joey's position. Jack rammed the watchtower in desperation, shattering it. Miraculously, Hammer survived the fall. Jack's vehicle careened toward the cliff edge. Joey roared up in his ride and snatched Jack to safety. They sped back to the gates on bikes, slipped through, and escaped in a waiting car. Joey saw their chance: flee with Jack, to find his homeland, far from war. But Hammer's monstrous truck scaled mountains, cutting them off with brutal efficiency. Go after them. Joey swerved sharply, kicking up sand to blind Hammer and escape. But Hammer's monster truck closed in again, its shreds conquering the ditch. Bullets flew. Jack took a hit. Hammer defied the barrage, nearly crushing Joey's arm. Worse, he rammed their car into a pit. The doomed lovers were caught. After all this chaos, Brother Hammer seethed with rage. Determined to unleash his fury, he resolved to torture them to death. He ordered his men to drag Jack behind motorcycles in circles, while hanging Joey up. But watching the spectacle still didn't satisfy him. He unleashed vicious dogs to savage Jack. After half a day of torment, when Brother Hammer's fury subsided, he turned back only to discover that Joey had amputated his own arm to escape, burning with hatred, and fled back to Immortal Joe's stronghold. He urgently reported everything to Immortal Joe. Clearly, Joey's next move would be to attack us. This warning came just in time, as they spotted raging flames engulfing the refinery. Immortal Joe had been poised to reclaim the refinery, but now realized Brother Hammer's trap, baiting them outside. After strategizing, Immortal Joe decided to turn the tables, sending a decoy squad to make Brother Hammer think his ruse worked. Brother Hammer attempted to storm the fortress during its weakness, only to walk into Immortal Joe's ambush, nearly wiped out before fleeing. Joey recognized his perfect revenge opportunity, donning his prosthetic arm before giving chase. Brother Hammer's forces were now depleted, as Joey's sniper fire picked off his remaining men, forcing him to order a scattered retreat. Unable to identify Brother Hammer's escape route, Joey activated Nitrous Boost to hunt them down individually, slammed the accelerator, and closed in on one group. But the largest group contained no sign of Brother Hammer. Miscalculation, though this vantage point offered new advantage. With the 8x scope, the other side was quickly targeted, but this guy was already killed by barbarians from a small tribe. Seeing his face revealed, it wasn't Hammer, leaving only one path. Believing he'd shaken Joey off, Hammer rested for the night, only to wake and find his canteen slashed. Even his motorcycle's wheels were gone. Scanning the wasteland, he found Joey's haunting presence, staring like a specter. His gun was empty. Now he understood. True despair, fleeing on foot, relentlessly pursued. The crushing weight became unbearable. He prostrated himself, begging for mercy. Only then did he recall the enemy before him, Joey, captured over a decade ago. This was the end. Layers of hatred would plunge him into an eternal abyss. He'd expected torture ending in death, but underestimated Joey's vengeance. Joey chose the perfect spot, embedding the peach pit within Hammer's groin. Fed by Hammer's body, fresh peaches grew, dooming him to an eternal torment, yearning for death yet unable to die.